It's 8 p.m. and you know what time it is. It's time to head out to Jamaica, man. What's up, CSBA? Preseason, week one, rather. Early season tournaments. Joining me in the booth, the man, the myth, the legend. What's up, Aaron?
What's up? This matchup, and I'm going to see myself after this. Jamaican me crazy here. 7 versus 8, Oregon State, Marquette. Big matchup here to start the regular season. Big matchup down low between these two teams with LaDante Diesel and former Player of the Year Dan Gleasak, who's not starting tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting. The little mixed lineups going on here tonight, and God hope Dickie got it right because I did not check it. So it better be right. Otherwise, I'm going to hear it from everybody and have to pause the stream, which I really hope that's not the case. But yeah, I'm looking. What's that?
I was going to say, Coach Rusty Films, if this is indeed correct. Playing chess games already, except it's not in the script.
Please do not.
The man himself.
Please do not tell me that's not correct. Is it wrong? I need to know right now. Is it wrong, Rusty? Because if it's wrong, I'm gonna pause and we'll start over. But Gleasak is out there. Yeah, so Gleasak is on the starting bench. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Am I just blind?
No, you're blind.
I'm fucking blind.
2 minutes. Right. 2 minutes ago, you were telling me why this team isn't playing in this preview, and I'm like, it's conference previews that are out. Oh, wait a minute. So now you're missing Gleasak too. All right. Well, I feel a lot better. My bad. Shaky. I can't see. I didn't see the double zeros. That's on me. Well, I mean, I did full transparency. I've been doing so much other stuff. This is Dickie's run at doing a lot of the rotations and stuff like that. So if it's wrong, I got somebody to blame. But I didn't have a chance to be. Yeah, wow.
All right, back to what I was actually trying to allude to. I think the key matchup gonna be the bigs down low, Diesel and Gleasak. Now that I recognize that they're both on the court at the moment, as that is a big shot drop down there by the freshman Smoke Orleans.
Yeah, Smoke with a step back, 7-2. Beavers on top by 5 early on here at the Jamaican Classic. So these two teams getting down here a little earlier this week to maybe get in a little sun and fun before the start of the Jamaican Classics. They'll be here for 3 weeks, so wanted to get a little leisure time in before they came.
Yeah, I do also want to highlight a couple other players on these teams. Shout out to the man that just banged that 3 home, Jacoby Mamba.
Yeah, Mamba from downtown, and Oregon State looking really good early on here. Yeah,
Mamba, a big contributor in their overtime loss in preseason against Duke. And for Marquette, a player that we kind of expected a lot out of, considering the man behind the name, but freshman Dalton Brown here for Marquette, also a big contributor in their win last week. A very close win, by the way, against the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
Yeah, for sure. And big comeback was right, and then now we're looking at a totally different obstacle in front of them here tonight, Aaron.
Yeah, this Oregon State team, it didn't go down in rank. They were number 7 in preseason, stayed there for week 1 despite the overtime loss. The coach is clearly seeing something in this Oregon State team, despite the overtime loss against Duke in preseason. But coming up against a very game Marquette team, who again won a very, very close matchup against Wake Forest, 78-77. Was the final in that one. Both these teams looking to prove themselves as top contenders here in the Jamaican Classic.
Again, this is a pool play and then getting to the finals in 3 weeks. So that's kind of how these tournaments were structured, so that we could roll that into our regular season as out of conference play. So a little wrinkle to this season's schedule, but I like it. I miss these tournaments early on in the season. So I know we moved away from preseason as Gleasak gets LaDante to pick up his second foul here early on. I was just saying Gleasak almost had another and one, but you know the fact that the preseason would have been 3 weeks long, then added to an 8-week season, plus a 2-week conference schedule, plus a March Madness, it would have just elongated our season way too much. So we found a kind of a hybrid model by rolling it into our regular season, and I like it though because I miss these tournaments.
Yeah, I definitely agree. When I came into the league, those preseason tournaments had kind of been phased out by that point. So glad to see them return, as that's a big pass from Eggers to the Menace. Doesn't get it to go, but gets his own rebound and puts it back.
Good second effort again, and Oregon State just right now everything clicking for them. 90 viewers. By the way, we have 90 viewers up in here. What's up, CSBA? It is week 1.
Yeah, I do want to give a quick highlight to Jacoby Mamba, who's sitting on the bench now, but currently has as many points this game as Marquette. So really kind of just, kept momentum from that game against Duke. Marquette hasn't really gotten anything to go yet, but Scott gets blocked by the Menace.
Yeah, good defensive play there. By the way, Pax, thank you for that sub. What is going on, Ray? What is Swoosh? What up, everybody? What's going on? How's everybody doing here? Welcome to Jamaica Mon. Timeout on the court. Let's talk a little bit about what we've seen here early on. Marquette, obviously, not playing terrible here, but obviously they trail by 11, which is a big deficit here to start in this first quarter.
Yeah, not something you typically see out of Marquette, but right now Oregon State is just firing on all cylinders. The Beavers apparently found a V8 engine to power their tails tonight.
Pass inside to Scott. Little baby sky hook is good. Nice move in the low post. Marquette getting the ball down low. I wonder if that is a strategy here tonight.
It definitely could be. Could be a place that Coach Rusty has confidence, specifically in Gleasack over Diesel. Oregon State, though, again, just playing on a different level. They're 8 of 11 from the field right now, good for 73%.
Cam out of Bobo, shot no good. JB hook up with the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Green. Green trying to work over Eggers. Spin move, baseline, fadeaway jumper, rims in and out. Bieber up with the rebound, and here comes Eggers and Oregon State the other way.
Yeah, I also do want to call attention to Cam Edibobo, probably one of the biggest transfers in the offseason, coming off the bench in this game as Duncan Anjamama called for his first personal foul tonight.
An angle Humperdinck going to go to the line and shoot 2.
It's interesting to have Edibobo come off the bench here, but again, it just kind of proves how much of a chess match these games are, especially with this matchup in particular, right? The 7 versus the 8s in the coaches polls. I'm gonna keep calling it what I think it is. It's basically a mirror match, right? Both of these rosters incredibly similar to one another, so it all comes down really to the coaches' game plans and how effective these teams are able to run.
I was gonna say though, Aaron, like, in all fairness, I bet you both of these coaches are sitting there going, how is he saying that these two rosters are mirror match? I bet you both coaches think their roster is better than the other. So,
well, of course they think that. They're biased. I'm not. That's just how it goes.
Fair. 18-12. Marquette making a little bit of a comeback here. 1:15 to go here. First quarter. You're watching CSB on Twitch. Jamaican Classic tournament here. Off to a good start offensively for both these squads. Not a lot of defense being played, but I feel like that's what we saw a lot of during the preseason. A lot of these teams really hyper-focused on the offensive end. Obviously, as we get into postseason tournaments, that's when we really see the defense step up.
Yeah, I mean, having said that, though, there was a lot of really, really good defensive games in preseason. The most recent one that comes to mind was the... Oh, shoot. Let me go to my box scores here so I can remember the matchup. And admittedly, this one was a bit lopsided, but LSU versus Navy, there was a lot of really good defense in that game in particular. And, I mean, all throughout preseason, there were just a lot of really strong defensive showings. a lot of different teams.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, the preseason was an interesting array of the way most coaches went about. They went about going there with their game plan. Some went really all out in preseason. We saw some really good games, I have to say, and I'm just even more excited. And wow.
Okay, Daniel James. Somebody's got something to prove tonight.
Somebody pissed in Daniel James' Cheerios this morning, I think.
Clearly.
Wow. Good God, turn it up. Someone better go back and clip that. That is a moment in an alley-oop pass to Bieber. Benny Bieber with the alley-oop, 21-14 Oregon State.
Benny Bieber wearing the 91 made famous by one Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, I saw that in stream chat. Did they mention that as Humperdinck being guarded by Cam Adebayo, trying to work over Adebayo. Good defense by Adebayo, forcing him to give it up. Wide open three in the corner, no good, too strong. J.B. Hook tried to got a hand on it, but Adebayo ultimately comes away with the ball, and here he goes. He's going to attack the rim, drives up off the glass, and good, tough bucket from Cam Adebayo.
Yeah, Oregon State really pushing the pace here against Marquette. The Golden Eagles haven't really had any time to slow this down as we're going to hit the end of the first quarter here.
Shot no good as Daniel James not able to drop that one. Oregon State up here at the end of the first quarter. Stick around. Jamaican Classic. We got ourselves a good game. A lot of offense being played. 23-14, Oregon State on top. All right, welcome back. Oregon State up by 9 right now. They've looked really good offensively, Aaron.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, they've looked pretty good defensively too. Has this Oregon State team, Marquette, a team that's, very, very capable of putting up big offensive numbers, but the Oregon State team has done a great job really smothering any offensive options that the Golden Eagles would typically have.
Oh, Demenis with a step. He's going to drive high off the glass. And good move by Dennis Demenis. You don't see the big fella outside very often, but he turned on the afterburners there and blew by his defender, J.B. Hook.
Yeah, Demenis, one of those kind of sneaky, speedy big guys, right? You don't typically see him on the outside, but has been known to shoot a three on occasion and can hit them pretty consistently. Definitely more known for his inside prowess, but don't sleep on him outside.
Cam Adebayo getting all sorts of D'd up by Daniel James. James is going to drive, goes in on Demenis. Wild shot and gets it to go. He looked like he pushed off of him. So Marquette making a little bit of a run here, both defensively and offensively. So 25-16, 74 in the stream. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us here. Monday night, February 13th, 2023, right here in Jamaica, Montego Bay, Jamaica. So, Aaron, did you get a chance to work on your tan at all?
No, not really. Too busy making notes about these all these games.
Well, make sure you at least get a little Jamaican rum after the game. I know you're calling 3 games in a row of color for us tonight. We appreciate that. Appreciate you. Appreciate the 74 hanging out with us here. Yeah, gonna body his way down in the low post. Skyhook, no good, as playing off the glass and rim. Daryl Thompson says grab a red stripe too while you're at it. Ooh, tough miss there from, I think that was Mamba that missed, Jacoby Mamba. Now here comes Brown, going to fire it up to Helix Myers, who gets a step. Dante Diesel, I think, went for the steal there and missed, Aaron. Got caught flat-footed.
Yeah, not often that you see Dante Diesel kind of played for a fool like that, for lack of a better term, but Myers does a great job taking advantage of it.
Shot no good. Quick outlet pass to Nur to find Meow. Going to throw it down with the two-handed stuff. And here comes Marquette.
that timeout definitely reignited something in this Marquette team. I do want to point out, interestingly enough, Gleesack currently not on the court at the moment. It's currently Hook in that center position, but he's gonna. Having said that, we're gonna see Gleesack hit the scores.
Meow came in and nice job there to find Ray Seymour. But I was just saying, Meow came in, got the offensive board, went for the pass there, it got picked off, and then turnover, and Oregon State capitalizes, so back up to a 9-point lead.
Yeah, this Oregon State team took what they learned from that overtime game against Duke and have adjusted their game plan from that game to almost near perfection. It feels like this entire Oregon State team has just done a great job on both sides of the court so far tonight.
Nice take there. Fouled on the play by J.B. Hook. Oregon State's in a line to shoot two here.
Benedict Eggers come back on for Oregon State in place of Smoke Orleans. Of course, Gleesack going to come on in place of Hook, as well as Dante Green coming on. I believe in replace of Humperdinck, but don't quote me on that.
All right, I won't quote you.
All right, well.
Just kidding. Double team down on the low post. Now Yao spin moves to the left hand. Wow. That's two back-to-back plays we've seen when Yao has gotten the ball in either the low or the high post with a nice little spin move, little layup kind of sky hook kind of thing. I don't know what you kind of call it. It was a layup sky hook. I don't know what is it. Sky hook is a layup. I don't know what you want to call that, but
yeah, I think Oregon State went away from the double team of Yao a little too early, which is why Yao was able to get that little move to the left to get to the basket as LaDonte Diesel himself finding an opening but getting fouled on the layup attempt. He'll shoot two here.
shot and free throw up and good. So 33-24.
Oregon State still maintaining this 9-point lead that they've had. It feels like forever at this point.
Well, their offense has been phenomenal. I mean, Marquette a couple times is when they've gotten the stops on Oregon State, haven't been able to capitalize at the other end. So it's kind of hovering between that 7, 9, 11 range, and kind of in and around there.
Here's Toby Nur going to go to the line for two after being fouled by Benedict Eggers.
Jamaican fans are not into this game that much. It's been crowds a little on the quiet side. I feel like you're getting a lot of little golf claps going on.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen like an abundance of like real highlight plays. It's all just been real fundamentals from both sides.
So 5-point lead. Crowd starting to get into it now. Backdoor alley-oop to Ray Seymour again. That's twice Seymour has been found at the rim for an alley-oop. Marquette's got to do a better job of blocking that out.
Yeah, the freshman Seymour's doing a great job with these backdoor cuts, finding himself open for these alley-oops.
Green actually had a look, opted not to shoot it, now gets it over to Yao, gets the ball swatted away. Somehow Yao is able to recover shot, gets blocked. Yao with another opportunity, gets blocked again. Great defense from Oregon State. Basket will not count. 24-second shot clock violation.
Yeah, I mean, props to Marquette for sticking with it, but even more props to this Oregon State team just absolutely smothering the Marquette offense down low, not allowing anything above head height, it felt like, on that particular possession.
Great defense there. Great sequence from the Beavers, able to step it up, putting up kind of a dam, if you will. Womp womp.
Yeah, that tracks.
That does track. Eggers with a nice little fadeaway jumper. Sorry, with the dad jokes. The dad jokes.
Listen. I opened with Jamaican Me Crazy. Come on now, it can't get worse than that. Please.
Bobo, 2:13 to go here, second quarter. Gets it over to Eggers.
Sack.
Hey Dewey, Dewey, I know you're listening. I spoke to Mamba. We're good. By the way, just a heads up there. So we're good. I figured it out. We figured it out. Daniel James gonna get over to Green. Green over to Humperdinck. Back over to Green. I'm doing like multitasking here. Outside
when are you not?
Lately, that's all I do. Scott with a nice rebound. Second chance opportunity here for Marquette. 8 on the shot clock here. Humperdinck going to get a screen. They went for the pick and roll. It was not there. Humperdinck now with an ISO. Going to have to fire it up. Fires up the 3. Rims off the back rim and no good. Adamobo up in the rebound. He looks to push Oregon State out in transition, but Marquette equal to the task getting back. What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? A lot of people on the stream here to see the Jamaican Classic. 77 up in this. Hit us up with a follow or a follow or a sub if you're new. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, appreciate you tuning in. Gleasack in a post. High post. Drives up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Good defense there by Demenis.
Yeah, both Demenis and Diesel have been doing a great job really kind of shutting off any offense that Marquette tries to run through Gleasack here.
Jamama for 3 rims in and out. Oh, tough miss there. Had a good clean look. Not able to get it to drop. Green drives, kicks it out to Gleasack, giving all sorts of room now. Gleasack trying to drive on Demenis. Demenis pushes him out, kicks it out to James. Shot clock 1 and down. 6 on the shot clock.
5 seconds separating shot and game clock here. Green going to put it up.
Pulls the trigger and nothing but the bottom of the net from Dante Green. Adamobo with 4 on the game clock. He's going to drive. Gets all the way to the rim and blows the layup as Gilbert Humperdinck all over him. Humperdinck has been really getting physical with Cam Adamobo, Aaron.
Yeah, I think he's kind of had to. Especially with what we've seen from Adamobo in the past, as hit halftime here in Jamaica.
Yeah, talk to me about what we saw in that first half. What do you think we're going to see in the second, buddy?
Initially it was all about Oregon State and just their incredible scoring efficiency, up as high as 70-80% at one point. Marquette really got off to a slow start. And while both these teams now are kind of firing back and forth, that initial gap at the start of that first quarter, that opening sequence, it definitely hasn't helped matters for the Golden Eagles, because while they're keeping pace now with the Beavers, they haven't really found a way to kind of pull that gap back.
Yeah, and we just got to see that amazing Meow dunk in the highlights. He's getting actually some really good footage here, a lot of close-up footage.
Marquette still struggling scoring-wise. They're at 39%, but have been out-rebounding Oregon State so far. So I definitely think Marquette has a way back into this game, but with how Oregon State is playing, it is not going to be anywhere close to easy here for Marquette.
No, without a doubt. And I think the interesting thing you talk about Marquette obviously still in this game. Oregon State has controlled the tempo of this game. They have not relinquished the lead. They have held strong since opening tip. So, despite a few runs by Marquette.
Yeah, and I think it comes from the pace of play that Oregon State seems to be facilitating here. It doesn't show it here, but for the most part, they've been incredibly fast-paced in this one. So Dante Diesel going to have to put up a deep 2 before the shot clock ends.
He gave him credit for a 3. I don't know if he got his foot just behind the line when he shot it. Again, modded court, so it's possible that the ref missed that, but they gave him credit for a 3, so... Although, to me, it looked like he was pretty close. Interesting.
Yeah, it looked more like a 2 to me, but we've already established I'm blind.
Well, he held up 3 fingers, and they gave him credit for a 3, so...
Maybe I'm not the only one blind. Who knows?
No, he definitely had his foot, on the line, so I don't know. But again, we hire these referees that we hire are not the best, so... They miss more than they miss more than they get right.
Yeah, Marquette though is able to respond with a deep post by Gleasack.
It's this guy in the corner. He misses more than anybody else. I've noticed.
Still doing a great job defensively. Some great ball movement though from this Marquette team. Not a lot of time on the shot clock though.
Gleasack right there for the put rebound and the put back. Right place, right time. Back to a 6-point lead. Time out on the court.
Gleasack up to 7 now.
You're watching.
I was gonna say, despite the defense by Oregon State, Marquette is getting a lot of second, third, fourth, fifth chances down low here. So while Marquette isn't able to necessarily convert on all of these offensive rebounds.
Rusty said they're leading the league in 5th chance points, by the way, just so you know.
I mean, they are in this one, though. Like, he's not even wrong.
No, he definitely is not. He is definitely not wrong, that is for sure. Ray Seymour not able to get that. Gleasack says, get out of town, LaDante Diesel. Not in my house.
Freshman sensation, Dante.
Nerve for 3, bang! 3-point ball game.
Brown. Dalton Brown is the man's name, not Dante.
I said Dante LaDiesel, didn't I?
I was referring to Dalton Brown.
Oh,
and I called him Dante. I'm losing it.
We might have to take you off the 2nd and 3rd game tonight.
It's fine. That was a sequence.
Yeah, that was an interesting sequence of events. I think he got a hand on that one. So substitutions come. JB Hook, a.k.a. Dr. Hook. Dr. Death in the game now.
Yeah, he comes on in place of Helix Myers. So going to spend some time at the 4 or 5 here. Seymour called for fouling.
Marquette lucky they got away with that one. Gleasack ends up getting fouled on the inbound pass, but JB Hook was a little too nonchalant with that pass underneath the basket.
Listen, he just got back in the game. Give him a little bit of slack.
I'm not loving it.
There's a lot of things that I don't like.
I'm not loving it.
There's a lot of things that I don't like seeing. However, I do want to point out Marquette, despite what I said at halftime, has clawed their way back into this one. So Oregon State is kind of cooled down coming out of halftime.
Yeah, rotation's definitely out of whack right now with Gleasack activated and at the free throw line there. So they're rocking 2 centers right now. Good defensive play, though, by Nur coming up with a steal and then almost loses it. Gets it back, though.
Kept playing real big right now with 2 centers and a power forward in.
Well, actually should make them own the boards as JB Hook with a little spin, finger roll, and Oregon State going to get a timeout. Could that put Gleasack to the bench, or will we see him continue to play here? Stick around. 4:48 to go, 3rd quarter, but the first lead of the game for Marquette has just happened right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I may have mentioned this at a point, but one of the things about this Marquette team is their tenacity. which led them to claw their way back in that game last week against Wake Forest. And we're seeing that on full display here as Diesel looks for a hook over Brown, not able to get it.
By the way, that timeout, the coach decided to pull Gleasack out there, so nice pass. Meow, good find.
The tempo here definitely more favoring Marquette at this point. I'd like to see this Oregon State team kind of pick the pace back up, get back to what was working in that first quarter.
Ooh, tough miss there by Mamba. Should have put that one in there. Had a good look. No points in the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Is 3 from the corner is good from Daniel James. Bang, and now Marquette has put a 6-point lead on Oregon State.
Yeah, Marquette to start this quarter has basically flipped the script on the entire first quarter.
Marquette's defense kind of stepping up here for getting some misses, getting Oregon State to miss here. Yeah, we're going to drive. Draws a triple team. Goes inside. Left-hand finger roll. No good. Good defense, but JB Hook. And he blows the layup. Wow, JB. I'm not loving it. Bump, bump, bump.
Kobe Mamba with a great athletic finish there over Dalton Brown.
Well, that ends the drought, by the way. That ended almost, what, a 4-minute drought for Oregon State, so...
It was a 5-minute drought, I'm afraid.
Well...
That was the first bucket that Oregon State had scored since halftime.
Time out of the court, 46-42. Marquette on top. You're watching CSBA. We're back.
Yeah. Gone on you with the pick and roll. Younger Flame, he in sicko mode. This here with all the ice on in the booth. At the gate outside, when they pull up, they give me loose. Yeah, jump out, boys. That's Nike boys hopping our coops. This shit way too big. When we pull up, give me the loot. Was off the Remy, had up at Boost. Had to hit my old town to duck the news. 2-4-hour lockdown, we made no moves. Now it's 4 a.m. and I'm back up. All
right, welcome back to Jamaica, Montego Bay, Jamaica. That is. 4-point lead for Marquette. They made a run, got their first lead of the game here in the third quarter.
A very, very strong defensive showing, leading to a 5-minute scoring drought.
Dante Green for 3. No good. JB Hook there for the offensive rebound and the putback.
Right now, what's really hurting Oregon State is all of the second chance buckets.
Yeah. Marquette really doing a nice job on the boards. Mamba drives, gets double team, kicks it out to Eggers. The Menace is going to set a screen for Eggers. 5 on the shot clock here. Now Eggers trying to shake and bake. Gets stripped by Dante Green, and Marquette's defense has turned it up here. Count it and 1. A little flopping there by Green.
Yeah, I don't particularly agree with that call.
We weren't talking about McDonald's. We were talking about not loving it. Bump, bump, bump. So 9-point advantage now for the Marquette Golden Eagles. Backdoor alley-oop. It finds the Menace. Bam Bam said throw the oop, and that's exactly what they did. It's like he knows. Where's Ty White when you know her, when you need her? It's like they know.
Somewhere. Who knows? I don't.
James gonna drive. Over to Hook. Hook off the glass and good. JB Hook.
Yeah, Marquette steadily improving their efficiency. Started at 35% in the third quarter as palindromed it here in the third. They're at 53% now as Adebobo goes for a deep 3. A little too strong on that one.
Now the ball, Humperdinck. Good find to find James, who throws it down with some authority. Look at the rebounding. Did you see that? 34-18.
Marquette has 5 less offensive rebound. Then Oregon State has rebounds as Duncan on Jamama dunks on Humperdinck and goes to the line for
Dunking
one.
on Humperdinck is what he's doing. Not on Jamama, it's on Humperdinck. Ray, I'm eating another protein bar. It's that time of night, buddy. My dessert. I've been sitting at my computer a lot all day today. It's 9 o'clock this morning, so needed a little protein. I've been waiting to say dunking on somebody. As Green fires up, gets it to go. 3-pointer.
At now up 11 with 53 to go. State really needs to find a way to get their footing back in this one.
So Ray said he's been eating a lot of protein bars. You know, that's the one thing that my doctor said when I lost all my weight. It's just like the more, you know, you want to eat a lot of protein. Cam Adebayo.
Great 3-ball from Cam Adebayo.
But yeah, the more you eat protein, the better. Because I was like, oh, I'm kind of like intermittent fasting. She's like, no, that's not good. If your body's craving food, make sure you eat because your body stores a lot of fat when you're hungry. So if you're eating protein, it actually helps you lose weight. So that's why I'm so adamant about my protein bars. Just a little tip from the nutritionist. Marquette has put out a 10-point lead here. 7 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Cam Adebayo going to drive up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Adebayo is struggling. Humperdinck just doing a good job locking him up. And at the end of 3, it's been a tale of 2 halves. Marquette now up by 10, headed to the fourth. Get those 4s up and stream chat. Csba. All right, let's take a look at the State Farm assist of the game.
Green to Scott. That is admittedly kind of disappointing considering some of the other assists that we've seen, but
I'd like to say I saw it, but my son came to say goodnight to me, so I actually turned my head.
I mean, it was an impressive layup off the pass, to be fair, with a man on him, but we've definitely seen better assists as Green goes straight through the Oregon State defense to start this fourth quarter.
Dante Green is having a nice game. Him and JB Hook have looked really strong.
You know, you just reminded me of something.
Should I be worried?
Well, no, not really. But there's a small possibility that we may see a shift in the rebound single game record tonight.
Oh, the rebounds has been insane. Yeah, don't mention Brooks. Green again for 3. Bang!
Now up.
By the way, it's such a weird thing with the courts, right? Because I feel like the 3-point lines are right because when you see plays like that, he's well behind the 3-point line, but then you see them take a shot from the inside. It's got to be something with the AI because these courts are not. I mean, obviously they're not the originals as to what came with the game, but the templates are supposed to match. So I don't know.
Also, I'm pretty sure that Bieber just punched the ever-loving life out of Gleesak's kidney, celebrating the foul.
Hi, he waved to us. Did you see that? Benny Beaver waved to us.
I did not.
Oh, you missed it.
I did not, unfortunately.
He waved to us.
I was too busy. I was too busy being concerned for Gleesak's kidneys.
I told Bieber to give me a signal at some point during this game, and he just waved to us.
I want to know what kind of signal that was about because his team's down 14 at the moment.
He said, "Get me a red stripe after the game." Oh, Marquette right now.
Red stripe at the moment.
Yeah, I know. Marquette has opened up a 14-point lead here, which is insane how cold Oregon State has gone here. It's Jacoby Mamba with the fadeaway, Jay. That may be what the doctor ordered. Yeah. Gonna get it outside. Myers for 3. Bang!
This Oregon State defense has unfortunately just crumbled to pieces after the halftime break. I don't know what adjustments Coach Dewey made in the locker room, but it definitely has had an adverse effect on this one, as Marquette has now shot 11 more shots than Oregon State has, even though they're both shooting at about an even clip.
That's the tale of the game, because they're both shooting about the same. So
I think a lot of it, though, was those second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chance buckets that this Marquette team has been able to convert because Oregon State just hasn't been able to rebound.
Without a doubt. 5:18 to go here. I don't think anybody would have expected Oregon State to be in this position. But the good part about this tournament, each team plays two games. They each play twice. So if you lose, doesn't necessarily mean you can't lose the tournament. Still have a shot.
Yeah. I definitely think that this isn't.
Doesn't put you in the drive. You're not in the driver's seat, though. A win puts you a little bit more in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and when the week 2 coaches polls come out, I definitely see Oregon State dropping after this. But I don't think it's necessarily going to drop to an extreme that some people may think. I think they're going to still be in the top 20.
I can see them moving down about 5, 6, 7 spaces.
Yeah, I definitely think Coach Dewey is going to look at this and figure out what went wrong, and adjust for their game later this week against, I believe it's Syracuse.
Yeah. And a much better shot in that game, in my opinion. Not knocking Syracuse, I'm just saying. I think Oregon State, on paper, to me at least, looks like the better team. But that's where we played the games for a reason. I didn't think Marquette was going to be up by this much on Oregon State either. So.
Yeah, I mean, Syracuse is unranked at the moment. And by unranked, they're not in the top 20. They could, easily be number 21 or something. But, yeah, right now, the script has been flipped on its head, and Marquette has come back into this one in an incredibly dominant fashion.
Tale of two halves, without a doubt. In the first half, it was all Oregon State. Second half has been all Marquette. $75 in the stream. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Got 2 more games coming up. One at 9 o'clock, Texas Tech at Ohio State right here in Jamaica. And then at 10 o'clock, TCU, Tennessee, as we head out to Maui for the Maui Gym Invitational. So make sure you stick around. There's going to be some really good games here tonight. That Texas Tech, Ohio State, and that TCU, Tennessee game should be electric.
Yeah, I mean, I just realized that now that you mentioned that, this entire first night of CSBA action, all ranked teams. This one easily the most exciting on paper matchup, being the 7 and the 8. But the next game features number 4 Texas Tech and number 17 Ohio State, and then the game after it is number 6 Tennessee and number 20 TCU. So could see a lot of shifting in the coaches poll as Mamba finds an opening.
Good find from Smoke Orleans. 16-point game here. 4:25 to go. Got to dig in if you're Oregon State. You want to have a shot at anything here in the waning minutes. It's got to start now, though. You got to get some stops. Brown for 3. No good. So they get the stop. Let's see if they can take advantage on the offensive side.
Yeah, funny enough, too, I'm looking at the coaches polls, and of the 6 ranked teams is Diesel and Gleasack. You see the numbers there. Gleasack with a double-double already. The only team that moved in the coaches poll between preseason and week 1 is Texas Tech, who dropped from number 2 to number 4.
Interesting. Very interesting. And wow, Myers misses there. Now Gleasack. So you can't give them if they stop them, they just keep giving up these
second, third, fourth, fifth
chances.
Yeah.
They've just been killing them the entire game. By the way, loving a lot of the content that's been coming out from the league. obviously with the walk-ons this season and the way we're doing this, I'm really loving what content that's being not only what we've been pushing out for the league, but the content that these teams are pushing out too. So. So, 14-point lead, 3:22 to go.
Going to make a quick reference that nobody's probably going to understand, but I'll make it anyways. Oregon State very much started this game with a King's Gambit, and it ended up biting them in the behind in the second half of the game.
The Queen's Gambit, eh?
King's Gambit, but yeah,
I know the Queen's Gambit because that was a show on Netflix. Nerve for three, bang! Steve Nerve.
State gonna call a timeout now. 17 points the gap between Marquette and Oregon State.
Yeah, this one's in the books. Marquette has got this one locked up. Let's take a look at the Jordan Brand player of the game. You know what? Dan Gleasack Jr., no surprise. Double-double, 13. I believe he had 11. Might even have 12 rebounds since the last time we saw. So,
yeah, I'm very interested to see specifically his offensive rebound numbers. I don't think anybody's going to hit the total rebounds in this game, despite how well Marquette has been rebounding, especially on the offensive end.
Well, Gleasack has had a game and very well deserving. I think that might be his second or third block. So
it'll be interesting to see the box score specifically for Marquette after this one.
Myers for three, bang! Wow, Marquette is just firing on all cylinders right now.
Marquette now leading by 20.
Smoke Orleans. Bounce pass to the low post to Diesel. Diesel goes right at Gleasack, draws the foul. So Gleasack, who was in early foul trouble, has been really solid since with those two early fouls. Hasn't had a foul until just now. As well, Dante Diesel going to go to the line to shoot two.
I mean, LaDante Diesel hasn't had a bad game by any means. He's got 12 now. But for some reason, Oregon State at the half just kind of fell apart.
So 87-69. Gleasack in the corner.
Opts not to take it. I don't blame the man.
Yeah, he doesn't want to ruin his bad night.
Good night, you mean?
I mean his good night, rather, and make it a bad night. Ruin his stats. Nice three there from Mamba. A little too late, though. Remember, guys, literally, after we go through the box score here in the post game, stick around. There'll probably be a 3 or 4 minute break while we get set up for the next game, Texas Tech at Ohio State. So make sure you come back. Literally, will be a couple minute break between streams. So I wouldn't even leave the stream. Just keep the channel up because it will be right back.
For those asking, Marquette in this quarter has scored, I believe, 45.
The quarter or the half, you mean?
50. The half. And it's
I worry about you, Aaron.
It's not 45, it's 55. My math was a bit off. However, Marquette has more than doubled their total from the first half in the entirety of the second quarter.
Well, 79 in the stream. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us again. Like I said, Ohio State, Texas Tech coming up next. Aaron and be in the booth, I believe, with Katie Murphy going to be in the booth calling play-by-play. So
Kobe Mamba with a pretty quiet 19 points. Dalton Brown definitely a less effective score in this one for Marquette. The freshman sensation. Only 6, if I remember the number correctly. Even though I just saw it, you'd think I'd know, but no, I do not.
Eggers puts those in, cuts it back to 16. Expect Marquette to kind of just run the clock down here. Give Oregon State with a one more possession, but let's see if they can tack on any more points here. As James, who's had a good game, is going to bring it inside, draws the double.
Will be no shot clock reset. 13 seconds the difference right now between shot and game clock.
James somehow gets it away before the shot clock goes, and they almost got it to go. Adebayo going to bring it up. I don't even know. Are they going to even put up a shot here? Probably not. They're going to dribble it out.
He might, but I think he's just going to dribble it out.
He realizes this game is over. 91-75. Marquette wins opening night here at the Jamaica Classic. Marquette, strong game on the boards. We'll see those numbers here momentarily. Oregon State, solid first half. Was shooting lights out, but Marquette then really turned up the defense and their efforts on the boards. I think that was the difference. But stick around. We'll go through the box score here in a moment. All right, let's take a look at the box score. Aaron, talk to me.
So I mean, there's your difference maker right there. 19 offensive.
I wanted to know if you saw it. I wasn't gonna steal your thunder. I wasn't gonna steal it, but I was looking right at it as soon as we went to the box score.
Also, Marquette outshot Oregon State by 17 in just overall field goals. So Oregon State, especially, can we go to the second half view, please?
Sure.
61 points in the second half for Marquette. Outshot Oregon by 14.
They didn't look back. Look at the third quarter.
Yeah, 30 in the third, 31 in the fourth.
21 attempts, though. Look at that. 21 attempts.
Yeah, compared to just 14 for Oregon State.
Eight
Marquette
offensive rebounds, 8 second chance points. I mean...
Yeah, it like the first half was pretty even between the two. Marquette still dominating the boards offensively against Oregon State, but come that second half, Marquette just became a completely different beast as far as just sheer volume of shots go.
I am impressed how many times Oregon State got to the line in the second half, which obviously increased their shooting percentage up from what it was. Actually, no, it was about the same. They shot the same in the second half as they did the front half, but I think the difference there was the 7 3-pointers by Marquette in the second half, and then, like you said, the second chance points in the paint, offensive rebounds. It was a crazy game. Marquette really put up a strong performance. Let's go through the box scores. I'll do the Oregon State. You take Marquette. Jacoby Mamba, 8 of 12, 19 points. Nothing else. 8 of 12 shooting. Dante Diesel, 15. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks on 3 of 7 shooting. So Dante Diesel, that's about what we normally see from him. Ray Seymour finishing with 10 points, 2 rebounds, assists, a steal, and 2 blocks on 4 of 6 shooting on a regular night. That probably would be good, but obviously not here tonight. 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a block on 3 of 6 for Dennis Domenis. Benedict Egger, 6 points, 2 assists on 2 of 3. Benny Bieber, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists on 2 of 2 shooting. Cam Adebayo really struggled here tonight as we saw the defensive efforts of Engelbert and Humperdinck on him all night. 2 of 10 for Adebayo. Rough night for him. 5 points, 5 rebounds. We know Adebayo is so much better than this. We've seen it. We saw it in preseason. So we'll see him. He'll definitely bounce back. But I think the matchup tonight just was they were draped all over him. Any shot he had was contested. So I can't fault him there. Duncan on Jamama. 5 points, 5 rebounds, assists on 2 of 3. Smoke Orleans, 3 points, 5 dimes on 1 of 5 shooting. And T. Powers held scoreless, but did have 5 dimes to go along with a rebound and a steal. Take us through Marquette.
Yeah, starting with Dante Green finishing 15 points, 2 assists, and a steal of 6 of 9 shooting. Mi Yao finishing 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block. 3 offensive rebounds for him. Dan Gleesack, very clear player of the game, finishes with a double-double. 13 points, 10 rebounds, an assist, and 3 blocks. 5 offensive boards for him, so admittedly I don't think we're going to see anybody approach the rebound record in this one, at least for offensive boards, but still a great showing.
No, I mean,
offensively by both Yao and Gleesack.
Half his rebounds were offensive, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Toby Nur finishes 10 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Dalton Brown finishes with 9 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. James finishes with 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Very similar numbers for those two, with James coming off the bench. Helix Myers finishes 8 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists on 3 of 7 shooting. Also a 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. JB Hook, almost a double-double himself, 8 points, 10 rebounds. So between Hook, Gleesack, and Mi Yao, just a rebound machines here in Marquette.
What did Yao finish with? Yao only had 3, but Gleesack had 10. Myers had 7. And Hook,
Myers had 7.
Yeah, so 27 rebounds just between those 3 guys alone.
Yeah, Gus Scott finishes 4 points, 5 rebounds, and assist, and then Humperdinck didn't really do much offensively. 1.3 assists.
But that wasn't his job tonight, right? His job was to shut down Cam Adebayo. I think that's what he did.
Yeah, and I think he did the stats don't really show it, but he definitely did a great job of that.
All right, well, 72 in the stream. Like I said, do not go anywhere. Do not change that dial. We will be back in like 3 to 4 minutes tops. Just got to post the box scores in Discord, and then we will launch Texas Tech at Ohio State. So stick around. We will be right back. You're watching CSBA on Twitch. Jamaican Classic game number 2 coming your way momentarily. We'll be right back. CSBA.